Greetings from the offices of Heritage. It's been a little while since I've spoken to you last, so I want to take just a few minutes today, the Thursday here before Labor Day weekend, and just talk about the economy and where we are. As we look at the equity markets, we've come a long way since the drop in March. Actually, the Nasdaq and the S&P 500 are both at or near all-time highs, and the Dow Jones has even actually come back to where it was at the beginning of this year. Now, today, for the first time in a couple months, we're seeing volatility in the equity markets, which I fully expect. And we as an equity investors should expect this. We've had 2 months of uninterrupted, basically the market going straight up. So as you know, here we are, we've recovered from the March fall. And as we look into the fall of this year, I would fully expect that we see more volatility, especially as we come into the election. September and October and typical years tend to be more volatile. But the thing to remember is the economy is improving. We're getting better employment numbers week by week. Continuing claims are getting better. New unemployment claims week by week have been improving. So those are all positive things. And as we talk about this Labor Day weekend, we need to keep in mind those people that are without work. It is a very difficult time. The other thing that I see is just the uncertainty around this vaccine. And we've come a long ways in our economic recovery. But I think for us to get back to more normal, whatever that will look like as we get through this, I think we're going to have a vaccine. And I hate the term uncertainty regarding the economy because we're always facing uncertainty. But I think there's more uncertainty around it right now because we don't know when we will have this vaccine. And I know many people are waiting for that before we move. So that will be something to watch. But I do think as we get into next year, we will see this economic recovery continue. So we just have to be patient. So what does an investor do? What does a person do right now? Well, one of the things you look at, I think, is if you have a mortgage, you look at the possibility of refinancing. Rates are the lowest they've been in my entire career, less than 3% for 30-year mortgages. So possibly refinancing a mortgage. If the volatility that we experienced in March was more than you were comfortable with, now is the time to look at reallocating, rebalancing, maybe doing a risk assessment when the markets have recovered, not when they're down or if we would see volatility at that time, but to look at it now. Finally, as we enter the fourth quarter, we're entering open enrollment for medical benefits, for Medicare benefits, for group benefits at work. Let's get yourself set up in the plan that you want for your family. So let's do things that will improve our situation as we go forward. The other thing is just as we've got this longer Labor Day weekend, I think what we're finding in this shutdown is people are really suffering. And we thought it was going to be older Americans that were more isolated, but what we're finding is younger Americans are having a harder time with this. So I say take care of yourself, both mentally and physically, but reach out to family and loved ones. Let's stay connected. We are social beings, and it's so important that we reach out to one another. We've got to get each other through this. So until we talk next, take care of yourselves and take care of your family.